I really want to build my very own Lego city, but I need to keep it quite compact. I am looking for something on this miniature scale. So, I wrote a prompt to ChatGPT, and here is what it sent back to me. This is a complete plan for our future city, which includes a hospital with a police station, various entertainment venues, an administration building, transportation, residential houses, and of course, office buildings. To start, we need to make the base, and for convenience, I decided to use a trick that Lego itself uses, modular plates. For example, I built a hospital and now I want to connect it to the neighboring plot. To do this, I insert a Technic piece into this hole, and then I can attach the neighboring plate in exactly the same way. And actually, this is very convenient because right now I don't know what the city will look like. So after I build everything, I can arrange it however I want and in whatever way looks best. And since we already have a hospital, according to the list that ChatGPT sent, we need to build a police station. Just so you know, the cars in our city will look like this. And what do you think this vehicle is? Of course, it's an ambulance. So for now, we'll place it next to our hospital. In the original Lego city sets, police stations are blue and white, so I'm going to do exactly the same here. Using these pieces, I tried to make the entrance. Then I cover everything on top with the first floor, and honestly, it really does look like doors. For the windows in the police station, I decided to use an illegal Lego connection. If you attach a brick with a step like this and cover it with a regular tile on top, from the side it looks like windows or even prison cells. And this trick is considered illegal because this tile is a bit higher than a regular brick. If you look closely, it's easy to notice, and as a result, your pieces won't fit tightly together. That's why this trick is illegal. On top of the police station, we definitely need to add antennas to pick up calls from all over the future city. And here I attached a brick with a pre-made sticker. The police station and the hospital can be connected together. The second point is entertainment for the citizens, and I even have a ready-made container with all the parts for an amusement park. But wait a minute. Yes, I would really love to build a roller coaster or maybe a water park. But these parts are absolutely not suitable for our city. So I have a cooler idea. For this, I built 2 small race cars. Then I made a special track, specifically a road. Just like real race tracks, we fence it off with special objects that are easy to notice. This will be the building itself, where you can rent a car and drive on the track. And I also found such a cool sticker at home. It fits perfectly right here. Let's put it here so all our citizens can see it from afar. And now you can have races with your friends on this track. Honestly, I would really love to become a minifigure and drive these cars myself. The third step, as ChatGPT tells us, is to build the administration building, and we need to try to make it as beautiful as possible. That's why I decided to make a square and a small pond right in front of it in advance. The building will be quite large, and I prepared this base for it ahead of time. Then, to add some texture, I decided to use these kinds of pieces. The vertical ribs should be facing forward. Do the same thing on the other side. By the way, you can even make a small museum inside. This is exactly where the entrance will be. Next, let's install a large dome right in this spot. And usually there are flags hanging near administration buildings, so of course we won't forget about that. I think it turned out really cool. And the museum in this building can be filled with rare figurines. Back to the transport. I've already assembled so many cars, and these are just regular vehicles. But of course, a city can't do without trucks, and our truck will look like this. You have to admit it looks very similar. It's taller than a regular car and much longer. And these are the ones that will deliver goods around our city. And right here, I built a huge shopping center for our residents. There's a huge parking lot right here, and inside the shopping center, residents can buy anything they want, from groceries and clothes to even going to the movies. And the trucks will unload and bring in all the new goods at this spot. But our cars need fuel, so I've decided to build a gas station as well. First, let's start with the building, on top of which I placed the Octan logo. This is a fictional brand that Lego uses in its sets. Here, we'll put up a price board for the fuel and add a small extension in the back. Next, we need to install the fuel pumps, which will be located right here. And right above, I made a canopy so it's comfortable to refuel cars in the rain or snow without getting wet. For now, the city looks really small, even though it seems like we've already built quite a lot together. But this is just the beginning. After a hard day at work, people will want to grab a bite to eat somewhere, so I decided to make a pizzeria. And to make it visible from afar, we'll put up this huge flag right by the entrance. Look, the pizzeria has just opened, and there are already 3 cars lined up waiting for their orders. The easiest thing, in my opinion, is to build a small residential house. First, let's lay down a road, and now we can start placing the houses themselves. Next to this house, I made a small park because trees are absolutely necessary. Did you think I would only make 3 houses? No. I built 10 of them right away and immediately laid down a road so it would be convenient to get straight into the city. And here at the end, I opened a huge park with lots of trees and also a small pond. Now, can you guess what this building is going to be? I'll give you literally 5 seconds to write your answer in the comments. Hurry up! And 1, 2, 3, that's it. I hope everyone wrote their answer. This is going to be a big university where the people of our city will receive higher education. After getting their education, of course, they'll go to work. And right here on our list, we need office buildings. And the first building I made is a bank. Just look at how much taller it is than a regular house. But I'll say right away that actually, this building isn't all that tall because we have ones that are much taller. In this building, which is already much taller than the previous one, there will be an IT company. Let's place it nearby. And here is the third building. You can't even see all of it. This will be the tall Bricks Market skyscraper. Is there really anyone who doesn't know what Bricks Market is? When it gets dark in the city and no one has enough parts for their own builds, Bricks Market comes to the rescue. But I aimed even higher and built a building that's even bigger. This is a real residential skyscraper. Just look at how many apartments and how many floors there are here. With skyscrapers like these, our city is slowly starting to transform. Just compare this little house to this skyscraper. At the very beginning of the video, I showed a little airplane, and now it will come in handy because I built a full-fledged airport. This is the entrance inside, and on the other side, next to the runway, there's even a jet bridge for people to board the plane. But this is just a small crop duster. It'll just be stored here. In addition, I also built a large passenger airplane. Of course, you could just set it down like this, but I have a much cooler idea. I have a special transparent piece, and I prepared a spot for it in advance. The plane looks like it's floating in the air. It literally took off just a couple of minutes ago and is already heading to another city. Since we already have an airport, we also need to build a port, have our own beach where people can swim, and full access to the water. That's awesome for any city. Since we have water, why not make use of it? We'll be able to save money on air transport and move things the city needs using this sea vessel. By the way, these are sea containers. Here, for example, compare it to the original. While the ship hasn't arrived at the port yet, we need to build a cargo crane. I've also prepared a spot for it, and by the way, it actually works. It looks like this. The ship approaches the port. Next, to load the container, you first need to lift it. For example, it lifts it, then turns around and simply lowers and sets it down. Now our vessel is loaded. Some containers can be unloaded and left in the city, and with this container, it will sail to another country. The city is literally about 30% complete. Almost everything essential is here, but I still haven't built all the rows to each building or landscaped the area in the center. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the second part. Bye!